She is a Nigerian-born choreographer, creative director, teacher, and dance artist. She's based in London. You know. And she's been dancing with the most Afrobeat icons that you might think about. And if you think about it, she was there. Like Two-Face, Idibia, P-Square, Davido, Burna Boy, just to say some of them. She's been dancing all the biggest venues in London. Olympic Stadium, Royal Albert Hall, the O2 Arena, and then she is the director of Afro Vibes UK, where she focuses spreading fun and good vibes through dance. Recently, she's been working on NW the musical and Wicked the movie. Please give it up for FUMY!
Hello everyone. How are you all doing today? Did you enjoy the performances? Very good. And the level 1 and level 2, amazing. Good work.
Thank you. Well, we have also Mr. Douglas. You know him already.
Hello.
He needs no introduction, right?
There we go. So, how are you, first of all?
I'm good. I actually came with my family.
The whole squad is here?
Yeah, but they've gone home now. So
Okay.
the kids were crying. So.
Okay, the kids needed time. It's like too loud music and everything.
Yeah.
I want to say we have tried for so long to have you here. People don't know about we tried to have her a part of a panelist for time because I must admit, and FUMY was one of the first, if not the first class of Afrobeat that I took here in London back in Studio 68. If you don't know, you don't know, it's fine. And on that little small studio up there was a... and yeah, so I respect her so much, and from day one, and she also got me on board with some projects straight after, and closer. So I wanted her here because it's part of my personal journey. I know also Doug's journey.
I have a very fun, interesting fact about this, because when I moved to London in 2019, I wanted to take English class so bad because I know her from the YouTube channel on then, and I was like, let me go to this class. So it was one of the first classes I wanted to take, and I went there, and someone else was covering it for me because FUMY was literally giving birth. And I was like, okay, let's go anyways. And I met this guy. And I was like, you're not FUMY. And
in the beard.
And actually from that moment, the random cover that you had,
is a full circle.
Everything started, it's crazy.
It's a full circle.
Yeah.
So thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
And we know you, but there's so many people here that might be new and in the industry, or maybe don't know much about who we are. And if you want to share a little bit of your dance backgrounds.
Do we have all night?
You guys have all night? We good? Yeah, we have.
Okay, let's start. I'm just going to summarize a little bit. So I started dancing when I was 12. This was back home in Nigeria, because I was born and I grew up in Nigeria. I taught myself because there were no classes back then. So, oh, sorry. Oh, I'm really close to my mouth. You should have told me that. So I could have done something. Okay, so I taught out for self-taught, and I came here to the UK in 2004, and I got so excited because I was like, wow, there are dance classes. Woo! You know, I have to take all the dance classes that I haven't taken back home. So yeah, I took a lot of classes, and then from there, I got very interested. And then I noticed that there weren't that much like Afro happening here. It's so different from back home, because back home you're used to hearing African music all the time, and even whenever we hear American music, we get so like Usher, and then we do like Michael Jackson, and those are the things that we do. And then when I got here, I could see that there were loads happening, which is more of American based, and that there was less Afro. So I started getting more into Afro. This was back in 2009, 2010. That was when I also met my dance partner, Patience. I'm sure you all know. So, well, actually, fun fact, me and Patience met in 2005. Yes. Well, we lost contact. So funny that we met by fate. I thought it was meant to be, and then we saw each other again 5 years later, and then that was how we decided. You know, we had to take Afro to another level and make sure that everyone knows about Afro. So we became a duo, and from there we just started performing in different places, and then that was it. Everything was history. And yeah, so that was the
name of the duo, please.
GOP dancers.
Let's do this, because I think not many people knows what GOP stands for.
Oh yes, Girls on Point, basically.
On point, period.
Oh yeah, because I remember the first time Girls on Point went viral, and a lot of people heard about us. They were so scared. Actually, we did that. We were like that to other people, until a lot of other groups coming to us and they were like, oh God, as soon as you guys came in, and we were like dancing like this, they were so scared. They were like, oh no, they're gonna take over our jobs.
GOP is here. Okay, we're done here. Okay, they're gonna take it.
Basically. But yeah, it was great. We got to perform with a lot of artists, and we got to do a lot of live shows and music videos and all that. And then from there we branched into doing the things that we love to do. Patience is doing Afro in Heels. I'm sure you guys have heard of Afro in Heels. Yes. If you haven't gone to Afro in Heels, make sure you go. Yes. And then I got my Afro Vibes, which is gonna be ending soon.
Well, you have like different projects.
But I've got other different projects as well.
So that's also the reason, like, I guess you.
Yes.
But about Afro Vibes, I want to say something at the end, because there's something special coming up.
Oh yes.
We talk about it later.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So that's all.
We're gonna go with a second question, just a little bit deeper.
Okay.
Yes. Can you share like a pivotal moments in your dance career that shaped who you are today?
Oh yes.
Happened?
Sorry.
Yes.
Finish the
Yeah.
question.
Go for it. Yes. A specific event, a person, an episode or something.
Oh,
anything
yes.
that changed, like maybe who you are today.
Okay. So I'll say what made me who I am today, but actually there are two people. In terms of being a teacher and also being a performer, there are two people. I don't think the person who gave me the push to go into teaching didn't really get enough credit, so I'm going to have to give him the credit today. So let's start with the performer. I did study for 3 years in a musical theatre course. WAC Arts, I don't know if you guys have heard of WAC Arts. So I trained for 3 years. in dance, music, singing, and drama. And so after I finished, I got a call from WAC. And they were like, as soon as I finished, because I finished in 2011, and then I got a call from WAC going, FUMY, you have an audition. And I was like, audition for what? I was like, what is this audition about? She was like, you have to go. I don't know what it is, but just go. And I was like, who would tell me to go for an audition? And then I didn't even know what it was for. So I said, all right, cool. I'm going to trust you, and then I'll go to this audition. So when I went to the audition, and then I found like a massive, it was at Bromley Barbow. Got there, it was a massive space. I was like, this is big for an audition. What's going on here? There's going to be so many people. As soon as I got there, then there was this lady going, oh, are you here for the Olympics audition? I was like, what? I was like, yeah. Yes, I guess. And she's like, oh, come here, so what's your name? FUMY. She's like, oh yeah, your name is here. I was like, when I tell you I got so excited, but I didn't want to show it, so I had to act cool. So yeah, and an audition, I auditioned, I think it was like 3 times, and then I got it. And all thanks to my teacher, actually. There was a teacher who came to do a masterclass at WAC Arts, and out of everyone in my class, I was the only one he contacted, and then he asked for me because he was a choreographer for the Olympics. So, wow. And from there on, I just love the joy of performing and just seeing other dancers and just dancing with other people and just seeing the atmosphere. So that actually shaped, and also that also made my mom believed in me, because my mom was like, where are you going to? Which dance? I went in, come on. Yeah, so as soon as my mom saw that I was performing at the Olympics and he had money in it.
That's the part. She's actually, when is the next gig?
Basically, she was like, I'm coming with you to the next audition. Is there going to be another one?
I'm your manager.
Yeah. So that was what shaped it. So I actually didn't even do it because of the money. That is the important thing as well, because I didn't even do it because of the money. I just thought, you know what, this is an experience, you know. And the funny thing was that I was auditioning with somebody as well, and then he told me that it was volunteer, and I don't want to do it. So instead of me having to listen to somebody else going, they don't want to do it because it was for free, I was like, I'll do it. I don't care. It's not even about the money, it's about the experience as well. Because that is what I would say, yeah, peer pressure is something big. Yeah, so I would suggest you listen to your heart and just go for it. So yeah, I said I was going to do it. And I thought it was for free. And then I got the email and it had money in it. I said, who's got the last laugh now? But yeah, that. And then in terms of teaching, so I was 19, and I've never done any class before, never taught any class before. And then there was this guy who just saw me and he was like, FUMY, I really feel like you would be good at teaching. I said, what? Are you sure? He said, yes. I was so scared because I'm terrible with talking in public. Even though I'm talking in public right now, but I was not like that when I was 19. I used to have speech disorder. I'm sure you guys know what speech disorder is. Yeah, it's like when you're scared to talk and words is so hard to come out and then you start stuttering and all that. Yes, I was that. I was so scared because I was scared at doing presentation. And then so I was like, how am I going to talk to people? Like, how am I going to teach? How am I going to talk to them? I'm so scared to talk. And then, but just something in me, as I said again, you just have to listen to your heart. Just something in me just said, yes, just say yes for me. And then I said, yeah. And then I just went for it. I went to teach in a community in can't remember where it is, but it was in Northwest. And I was teaching a little community of young people. The first day was so funny. I got there, and then I was just staring at everyone, and my heart was beating so fast because they were standing there looking at me, and I was looking back at them, and they were just doing like, it was so fun, staring competition. And then all of a sudden I just said, okay, just follow me down, just follow what I do, and that's all I said, and that was it. And then from there, that helped me a lot in gaining confidence. Teaching really helps a lot in knowing how to talk to people, how to have the confidence to be able to inspire other people as well. So yeah, his name is, God, I can't remember his name. No, I can't remember his name. His name starts with T. So yeah, hopefully it's gonna come back to me. But yeah, thanks to him, he was the one.
I know T, yeah. Everyone knows.
It's so funny how both the men who put me to where I am right now, they both started with T. So probably T is a good.
You should look for a T.
Let's look for a T. Yeah, but yeah, that was it. Sorry, my story's a bit long, right? I'm sorry guys are enjoying it and you're not falling asleep.
No, we love it. We love it. We love it.
I'm pretty sure everybody's yeah.
And it's so inspiring as well, like, because of course it's a very important, like, to also recognize where you're from, like where you come from, and who helped you in your journey, because you're never gonna be able to do anything by yourself. Like this is something like, because there's gonna be always a moment that you're always gonna feel in a certain way that you're about to like literally give up or something. So talk about that. Is there any moment that you felt like that, like you wanted to give up, and how did you overcome?
I did. I think it was just after giving birth, because there's this pressure of once you have a child, that's it, everything is over, and you can't do a lot anymore because you have to focus on, your family, and you have to go to 9-to-5 jobs and stuff like that, and I felt like, you know what, probably this is not the thing for me. And then you have PTSD, people know about that, and so I think that I felt like that was the point where I felt low, and I felt like I was just by myself, and I felt like I was doing too much, and I was not getting much back, and at that point, this was like around, it started more of 2020, and the funny thing was, that also did affect it.
Breaking lockdown.
Yeah, lockdown. And that was, but sometimes you just needed to have people around who can motivate you too. I had my sisters, I have everyone around me. Guys just, let's do this, let's do that. So that motivated me to just continue going and not stop. And then everyone who I've danced with in classes, thank you guys. You actually made me feel like just keep going and never stop, because you all inspired me. So thank you so much.
That leads me to the next question, actually, because we talk about motivation and inspiration. If you were to say, like, someone or something that inspires you on a daily, on what you do, just pick someone or something that inspires you.
Okay, someone.
Being the choreographer and dancer that you are.
Oh, being a choreographer dancer, so not in terms of like life.
No.
Oh, life. Of course, I have to be my kid.
We can go down that route if you want, like, to talk about life.
In terms of dance, who motivated me? So many people, but I'll say who pushed me to get into dance when I was 12 was Janet Jackson. I was so excited when I went to see her show. Oh my days.
Yes, I saw the stories.
You were like, it was my first time on stage. I was like, with my one leg. Oh my god. But yes, yeah, I was 12, and then I saw this video, Pleasure Principle. You guys, have you heard of that? Yeah, if you haven't, go and watch it.
Do your research.
Yeah, Pleasure Principle by Janet Jackson. She was all by herself in the warehouse-looking place, and she was just all dancing by herself, thinking, oh, just doing all this, and I'm like, if she can do it, I should be able to try and do it. And then from there, back then, I am not showcasing my age, we used to use VHS. So we used to have video.
By the way,
The video cassette.
what was a VHS? Yeah?
Not that young.
I'm pretty sure there might be people that don't know what it is.
Oh yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah, this was before the CD or the DVD era and all that. So I would take my mom's cassette tapes and then I would record over them. And then that was how I started learning. So I would play a little bit and then I would follow what they did and then I would rewind it and I would play it again. So that was how I learned. So yeah, Janet Jackson did motivate me to get into dance. And then from there, here, and the people who motivated me are the people around me, really. I would say it's more of the people around me. When I came here, I was going to a lot of classes, I was seeing people dance and just the way they just going for it and just, wow, I would like to be like that. So yeah, so it's more of the people around me, really. Yeah, so up to now, I still get inspired, as I said. So yeah, so you inspired me too.
Thank you.
I was about to say, like, you are literally one of the most
Inspirational.
inspiration to me in terms of Afro. Like, if you guys don't know when I moved here, yeah, I was take her class, I think Arvin's class instead. But FUMY, in terms of knowledge, in terms of skills, in terms of style and culture, played an essential part in who I am today as a dancer, especially when it comes to Afro. So, thank you so much. One thing about FUMY, like, whenever I see her, social media, moving around, I was gonna skip, teacher! That's my teacher! That's literally every time. And yeah, we appreciate it.
Thank you, because I want to say something that you said, and I kind of want to actually connect to it. The importance that the communication, like the energy that we receive from the students, from the studio, the people around us, it's very important. And it's fundamental to that.
I will also say the people who come are for example, the people who come are the notjusthiphop. It's not even us, it's the people who come, they make it that.
Exactly.
Exactly what we say every time.
We say all the time, and that's very important, so don't be afraid to show your love for people that are in front of you, or like something, share it, don't be selfish. Right? Sorry, I'll call out people, it's fine. But no, since you said like you started when you were in Africa and in Nigeria, and in 12, you said?
I was 12.
12, yeah. And there's so many people also that who wants to start, maybe now, or they're just starting. Even in this room, or maybe they never thought about starting, but after today they'd be like, maybe. What advice would you give to these people to approach dance and anything?
Oh yeah. As I always say, because I don't want it to be like, let's just stick to it about dance. But I just want to say, just do what makes you happy. Do something that makes you feel like you're present. Because that is the most important thing. Because if you feel like you're present, that helps you with a lot of things. Because I've worked with a lot of people or I've danced with a lot of people who feel like they're doing it, but deep down inside, they're not. And you can see it as well, that their mind is innocent, but they're just doing it for the sake of just doing it. So I would say, just listen to your heart, go for it. I mean, it's cliche. Listen to your heart. But yeah, yes, just go for it. It was something that I am going to talk in terms of, from my point, what pushed me into dance was, at first I didn't even know how to dance. I was so bad, but there was just something that just clicked. I just felt that connection. So make sure, if you feel like I can connect with this, it's something that I feel like I would love to do, just do it, just go for it. So I'll say be present, you need to connect, and just feel free to just try it. Just try it and see if it's something that's for you.
Thank you. Yes.
We are going with a question that I'm pretty sure many people ask all the time. But how do you deal with being a dancer, choreographer, creative, and everything you do while being a mother? Of two. Not one.
Well, thanks to my husband as well for helping me. Because it wouldn't have been easy, because to tell you the truth, it's just good that people have support systems in this country. I do not. So is my husband. Like, his parents are like in their 80s, so who wants to have 80-year-olds chasing 2-year-olds running around them? So yeah, and then I have my family back home. So having to have the kids there and doing what I do is just thanks to my husband. I wish he's here, I'm sure he's going to be crying. Anyway, for the support, and he supports what I do, because a lot of people are in a relationship where they don't support their partner. So he is always like, go for it, go, just go do it. You know, he literally drove me all the way down here, and we don't live in town, we live in Enfield. He drove me all the way down here with the 2 boys, you know, and they've all gone back. So it's all thanks to my husband having to help me, and then me focusing on the things that I do. You're recording it, thank you, send it to me.
Don't worry, we had it taped. Yeah, there's a VHS over there running. We're filming on a VHS cassette. So.
Oh, VHS.
I wanted to talk with you about something that. So, let me say something to you guys. In my opinion, and I'm not saying just an opinion, but it's facts. And I'm actually quite sure to say this, even if it's a very strong statement, is that FUMY and Patience as a duo, but also as a solo, they are pioneers of Afrobeat here in the UK. No doubt.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Good stuff. Whatever you want to say, come with me and meet me outside. And because it is a fact. And as you said, like, you with Patience, you started like thinking about this in 2009, and if you guys know, Afrobeat, as like the word Afrobeat and everything that has became a bit more popular, became everything after 2011. So you were even like before the whole trend, Azonto, like everything that started back then. So that's what pioneers means, period. Like, that's facts. So talking about Afrobeat, how do you see Afrobeat yesterday, today, and tomorrow?
Are you talking about in terms of the music or in terms of the dance?
I would say,
Because there's a lot with the dance industry.
I would say dance is a dance, like we are included with dance, but I think it's kind of connected.
Well, I guess so, yes. Yes, actually, yeah. I would say Afro back then in terms of what year, because I was born when Afro was there.
I mean, on your experience, like,
okay,
what's your experience
my
with?
experience when I was back in Nigeria, Afro was not popular anywhere apart from in Africa. So when I got here, as I said, and I was taking classes, I didn't really hear that much Afro music here. So and then all of a sudden this song, you are my African queen. You guys know that song? Yeah. I was like, what? I can hear it now. I was so excited. I raised that song. Yeah. and then from there slowly it was coming through, but it wasn't as big as how it was here. So it was still a struggle. I would say the same thing with dance anyway, because it was a struggle having to bring Afro dance in classes. You would hardly find that. You would hardly find Afro classes then. It was all commercial, hip hop, everyone's doing this and stuff, and there was no Afro classes. And so and then from there it got to the point where we started having the band Oliver Twist was coming in there. But even though that was happening, the struggle they still went through was, how long will it stay for? And who's going to continue? Like this song is there, okay, how long is it going to be there for? Is the artist going to bring in another band of music, or, is somebody else going to take over or anything like that? And it was even hard to play in like mainstream on radios and stuff, but it got to the point where it's DJs, all kinds of this DJ, his name is DJ Abranti. We've worked with DJ Abranti. He was the first DJ to promote Afro music on mainstream, on radios. He used to be a DJ, and he worked with BBC Extra, and he made sure he pushed it, and then from there we started having more songs like give me songs now. Like more
on radio.
Yeah, on radios and mainstream, and then all of a sudden, boom, we started having Whiskey, Burna Boy, Rema, it's like everywhere now, and that is, the push. I think it's all about having connections, and it's having that one person who says, you know what, I'll do this, and I'll go for it. All thanks to DJ Abranti. I actually met him again 2 years afterwards. Unfortunately, he had a seizure or something like that. He had a stroke. And what the thing as well is, I would say is, don't forget the people who helped you before, because they will always be there and part of your journey. Because I noticed some people, they start off somewhere and they just, all of a sudden, just forget about the people who made you. So always be grateful and always go back to them and say, thank you. This is all you do. You made me where I am today. I saw him 2 years ago, it's going to be right. He literally said that the people that he helped have abandoned him. And I was like, what? He said, well, look at where I am right now. He's suffering. He had a stroke. Half of his body is paralyzed, and you don't see them coming to help him. He had to be all by himself. And, that actually just made me feel like, wow, you just have to be grateful for life and where you are. And yeah, never forget the people who helped you in the past. Yeah. And that's how music helped to make us who we are too as well.
And how connect with the dance?
In connection with the dance. Okay, in connection with the dance, the struggle with the dance was like we all there's this one place which is like the O2 Indigo used to be our home, it's like our second home because that's where all the Afro artists, our main stage. It wasn't O2 Arena, we never did O2 Arena, we never did Stadium, it was O2 Indigo, which was like the capacity of 1,000 or something like that. That was where we all were. It was like our village. All the dancers are there. You know, all the artists are there, we're queuing up, doing it's like this, like here. And then, we as dancers, backstage, it was a struggle for us. We couldn't stay backstage. They always tell us to just go, because we felt like we were just, I don't know how to compare us to, like, we felt like we were nothing. Even though we were very important and we were on stage with the artists. So we were also artists, but the way we were treated bad. And they would tell us to go and change in the toilets there. You know, they would not give us food. Once we perform, we have to go. And that's it. You know, the only time we're backstage is when we're about to go on stage. Because they wanted to look like, oh yeah, we also came backstage, you know, and then No, it was so bad, the way dancers were being treated. And then it used to be the fight. As I said, as soon as GOP joined in, it was all fight, it's all competition. Okay, I'm gonna get this job, you're gonna get this job. You know, so yeah. I feel like it's still happening now. I feel like dancers still needs to be respected, I would say. Dancers still needs to be held as recognized as artists. Which is why I make sure the people who are working with me, the people who so for example, if there's a show and I'm the one in charge of the dances and stuff, I have to make sure that they're okay and they're safe. Because dancers, I would say, are not safe when they're just by themselves, because some people don't care about dancers, really, to tell the truth. People don't care about the talents. They're like, okay, they're just there, like decorations and that's it, and they go. But yeah, I make sure that they're being taken care of. And I have to do it as my duty, because if I don't do it, who's going to do it? No one. Really.
If we don't take care of each other, how can we like improve? Absolutely. And just like few words about like future in terms of like tomorrow dance, including the idea of having all this like social media platform, AI or something. Like, what was your take in?
I don't know about this AI thing with dance though, because I feel like people are gonna be so lazy now. Like they will just be in their bed and the AI is gonna do the dance for them, and you just post it, put their face on it. But I'm thinking you should create this. No, it was AI created the dance. You know, with AI it's good for something, but I don't know. Okay. But social media has helped a lot though. It really did help with the music as well, and it did help with the dance. It made it worldwide, basically. Social media, thanks to social media. Back then, social media was just YouTube. And it was, if you're big on YouTube, that's a good thing. But now it's like, you know, it could be on Instagram.
Everywhere. There's so many social.
Yeah.
LinkedIn.
Why everyone got into social media during the lockdown. And it was good.
I'm at the old like YouTube again, because I learned everything before moving here. I was learning literally Chop Daily. Way more accessible anyways.
And social media is good in terms of like people getting to find you, just like how did people find out just hip hop? Through social media.
Absolutely.
Just how you find out social media. So social media is good. It's good.
Just thumbs up for social media.
Use it in the right way.
Exactly. Thank you.
Because you mentioned before, like whenever you have to create a project or something, you need to make sure that everything is, the environment is good and respected. Just like touching to that question, can you describe briefly, like you don't need to go into the detail, but whenever you have to organize a new project, like that, what is the creative process that goes in your mind whenever you're asked to do, okay, you need to put on this show for this day, for this specific gig? What is the creative process that goes throughout your head?
The creative process, the first thing I think of is who is going to be dancing. That is the first thing, and like who will be able to put down what I vision. I don't just take any dance. I need to have people who have the same mind and who will be able to articulate the movements on stage. I worked with just some people I worked with here. I did work with Talia. Where's Talia?
I think she's just somewhere.
Talia. Yes, Talia. Worked with Talia. Was my first time actually working with Talia. This year, we worked for Keith Daniel. She was one of my dancers. There was just I saw her and I was like, she would be good for some songs that I want for this, you know. And then from there, having to create choreo, it's so fun creating choreo with my kids just running around me. It's so fun, there's just something so nice about it. But sometimes they do inspire me because they're there and then I'm just like...
They roll on the floor and be like, yes!
That's it, that move, that is my real activity.
My assistant.
Yeah, so it's like I love creating visions and I love to create stories. I love storytelling as well. So a song inspired my creativity.
Okay.
So songs, yeah. And sometimes I just have this idea and I'm like, oh my God, can you imagine me? And then if the song doesn't flow with it, then I have to cancel my idea. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't make sense. Why do you want to fly when the song is saying you're under the sea?
Like a train.
Yeah, like that. But yeah.
Thank you very much. Because we are like, kind of concerned, like not concerned, but kind of like I'm aware of time. I want to go to the last question, just before we jump in. Any question from you guys? So be ready, take your notes, and like start like doing whatever you need to do. But before saying the last question, I just want to say another fun fact about me and FUMY, because I said already that she is the first class that I went to when I moved here. No, say it. What's happened?
Okay, so the first time I saw him, it was this, I think he did like an African traditional dance. I think that was the first time, right?
It was, yeah.
And then I saw him, there was just something about him. You danced quickly, and from other people. And then I was like, who is this guy? He's very good. You know, and then I think that was what drew me to you. Just his presence was just there, even though he didn't have his hair. His hair was just black. So now he's like, my presence now is this. It was not here. But yeah, he has that presence. There's something strong about having presence, and that will catch my attention. And yeah, it did.
Thank you. Thank you. And the fun fact I wanted to say about is not many people knows how the name notjusthiphop came out. And actually, I think today is the day that you're gonna know. So when FUMY got pregnant and she had her salon at base, she was like, I don't know what to do with it because of course I can hold it and everything. I was like, I don't know. I never had like my regular classes, and then I was like, I can cover for your slot, and then whenever you're ready, I can go back and something. And she was like, oh yeah, sure. And she was very kind to actually offer me that opportunity to teach on a weekly, but not a long term, because it's like it wasn't my intention either.
3 months.
Yeah, it was 3 months, and just before starting the first class, covering her, I was like, how am I calling it? It's not gonna be Armin style. Ugh. What's that? I was like, I do hip hop. Yeah, but I don't do not just hip hop. It's like, not just hip hop. Brings a hip hop. And at first I was actually not liking it because it starts with not, and not is like a negative word in my head. I was like, but not just, it is positive. And yeah, so long story short, fun fact is that the first official not just hip hop named class was when FUMY allowed me to cover for her slots. And not everyone knows about it, but that's the
Now you know.
If you don't know, now you know. We had this last question. And
How many last questions?
it is
Okay, so last.
From us.
everybody will jump around. Everybody can party. Okay.
Quick.
It's quick, but it's actually very deep.
Okay.
What impact do you hope to leave on the dance community and industry as a whole?
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's deep, huh?
Yes. Okay. I've always had this since I was young. My impact is to have everyone feel good about themselves, feel good about dance, because that was what made, I felt like that when I'm dancing. I feel like that should be what everyone should feel. Do you feel good when you're dancing?
100,000%.
Do you feel good when you're dancing?
I mean, it's like breathing.
Do you all feel good when you're dancing? And then, is there a purpose for dance? Like when you dance, I am actually going to ask you two questions.
Yes.
This is my first and last question. Because I should be asking questions. Come on. So, when you dance, yeah, what do you think people feel when they see you dance? Wait, did someone say embarrassed?
I heard it too. So the question is, how do I feel or how people feel when
How people feel. As people come to you and say, oh my God, you're amazing, and they go become, oh God, you're so bad.
My mom is always like, it wasn't good. That part was my mom is very critical.
Really?
Yeah, she's a choreographer. Never been a choreographer in her life, but she's a choreographer. Love you, mom. Okay.
Your name starts with A.
This is me saying I hope they feel the journey that I'm trying to go myself, and they feel comfortable to jump on this journey that I'm doing while I'm dancing, and to be with me and try to understand and feel as much feeling that I feel while I'm dancing. So that's like my hope. I don't know how they feel it personally because I'm not there, but I think that's my hope and that's my intention when I dance and I try to connect with the people, with the audience.
Yeah, there's one thing you said about connection, which I also mentioned as well. You need to be able to connect. This is the good thing about dance. You need to know, how can I connect when I'm dancing? Because you need to be able to connect with yourself, connect with the people around you, and the people who are watching as well. That should be, the number 2. Okay, people need to feel good when they're watching you dance. People need to be able to connect with you when they're watching you dance. So thank you.
And I'll just add, always a hope that they can see through the choreography and the steps that I'm doing, as in the emotions, the feelings that I'm having, I'm trying to express. Because at the end of the day, when we're dancing, we are opening ourselves to people. We let our emotion go, and even like being able to feel it first for someone else to feel what you're going through will then allow you to join the journey, and then actually. Yeah. So feelings, I'll say first.
Feelings. Feel good. Feelings. Good. God, you're learning. Yes. Yeah. So basically, that's it. Really. Those are the two key things. Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely, we've got a question.
It's coming.
I think it's a group question, right? I think everyone wants to know this, but I'm from level 1, and we've all been discussing this as not just level 1, but level 1 and level 2. FUMY, it seems like you have a massive influence over Douglas, right? Well, so he says. Now, we all been asking, we've been wondering, did Douglas pick this up from you? You guys ready? Tigga 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 and wait, you gotta bust this, man. Like, seriously. We all trying to figure out. We do not know. I mean, like, we came up with some theories, but FUMY, did you start this?
Someone had to ask that question. Come on.
He was like the first one. Is this deep?
I'm actually not going to ask. I'm not going to answer that question. The people who's been to my class are going to answer that question. What do you guys think? Yeah.
Wait.
I think it's the African culture overall, because we have you, we have patience, we have emergency dancer, she bless me in terms of sprints.
Yeah. So the thing about having, because the thing with African music is, I'll tell you another thing quickly. Sorry, I love to talk, right? Even though I had speech disorder before, now I'm like, I'm still talking. But anyway, yeah, quickly, there's something important about African music. African music, backward.
Turn off the mic, man.
Yeah, no, but I was about to say something very deep. So the important thing about African music, like going back to the culture part, is more about the music and the dance. Because a lot of people say, oh, Afro is always about dancing music. But that is the culture, that is the tradition. You know, we dance to the rhythm, and the rhythm listens to the dance. So drumming and dance, they both work together. Trust me. Make research on that, and we dance for a reason. We dance to celebrate birthday, welcoming people, someone's dead, someone's funeral, you know. Yeah, like they dance when they're happy, they dance when they're sad. Basically, dance was something very, very, very important in every country back home, and I'm sure that's already in other countries as well. So dance is a big, big thing, but people don't see it as that dance is a big thing, which I don't still understand. Up to now, because dance has been there for a long time, for generations, and just the tick, 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 tick is because we're used to the sound of the drums, and that helps us a lot in terms of dance, because we don't really dance with like the words. It's more about the drumming. Oh yeah, by the way, I did drumming. Yeah, I used to drum, so it does help me a lot in terms of like understanding the how to connect the rhythm and creating my own dance as I'm drumming. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's like my body is the drum and the music is playing.
Yeah, it's an instrument that plays.
Yeah, basically my body is the instrument and I'm Yeah, basically, yeah. So that was how he helped me in terms of creating choreos and having to use a tick, because I want people to understand my drumming as well when they're learning. Because yeah, that's the important thing about tick, and you need to take it seriously. Very, very.
Oh, we take it very seriously. That's why you talk about it all the time.
Good.
It helps. Any other question about tiki? No. I see a hand there. Yes. The light is. All right.
So I'm not a dancer, but I do attempt to do it sometimes. But my brother, I think he's quite good. But
Where is your brother?
Where is exactly? Is he here?
He's probably working really late at Heathrow.
Oh.
He's studying as well. But when he was in the dance space, he kind of felt that it wasn't necessarily the most welcoming for men. Or that guys didn't get the same level of opportunities as the ladies did. Is that still the case? And that's what I'm asking.
Oh yes, that is still the case. People tend to go for women than men. But we're trying to see if we can shift that idea, because a lot of people think, oh, women, they make everything beautiful. You know, men are just there like, okay. But it's true. Girls are like,
Needs to hold something.
our men have to hold something that they're like statues and stuff. But at the same time, things are changing though, because men are being forced to, I would say lean towards more of female artists. You know, that's when the men come up and stuff. But unfortunately, that is what it is in dance. Women dominate the dance industry. Even though, and the funny thing is that we have more men artists, that's why as well. When we have more men artists, of course you're gonna have female dancers coming to perform. So we need to push for more women. Yeah? We need to push for more women artists. So
even though like women artists sometimes they bring women dancers as well.
yeah, but I would say there's more male with female, except the ones who do really.
I don't know. It's a hit or miss. It's more miss than a hit than the miss.
Yeah. Tick tac. But hopefully it's gonna change soon. But don't tell your brother to stop. He shouldn't stop. He just needs to keep going and go to the right auditions. And if they're looking for women, just tell them to just put some wig on, and we'll be all fine.
Yeah, like in audition way, there's always like 20 women, 3 guys. That's what they're looking for. I was like, oh, okay.
It's true. And there's also one thing as well that made me kind of feel some type of ways, because you need to look a certain way to be able to get work. We need to
Get rid of that. The idea.
You don't have to be a certain shape, or you have to be a certain shade, you have to be this. Everyone should be able to have the opportunity to be able to get,
They deserve it.
They all deserve it because they all worked for it. So guy, female, big, small, black, white, anything. Be able to take it, to get the job because of your talent, not for the way you look.
Thank you. Yes. Sorry, I cannot see.
Thanks for that, FUMY. Just curious, what do you think about freestyle versus choreography and the relationship between freestyle and just dance as a thing, and jamming?
Okay, so first of all, choreography helps you a lot in terms of like having the ability to be able to memorize things. It helps you in terms of coordination. I would say coordination because that also helps you in terms of freestyle. And then choreography also helps you in terms of being able to listen to music, which is the same thing as freestyle. So they both work together. Choreography is more like instruction, and this is how it should be. Well, choreography is like, freestyle is more free. You're free to do whatever style that you want to do, but make sure is you have to also listen to music at the same time. So I'll say the main thing is listening. You have to just understand the music as well. Some people just freestyle and then like, are you not listening to the same music I'm listening? You're not dancing the same. What's going on here? It's like the beat is going, the gap, you're going, basically. So yeah, I was saying, listen, it helps a lot in terms of freestyle, and then understand your vocabularies as well. You know, if you say you want to do, let's say for example, you want to do Afro, and then you're doing Katak, it's good as well, because some people, there's this thing where people say, you have to do the style because the music is this. No. It could be a hip hop music, you can do an Afro dance to it, there's nothing wrong with that. As long as you understand the music as well, you know, and then interpreting it the way you want to interpret it, you know, but it's still fun to watch. And it's not like you're doing Afro and then the song is giving something else and you're not still connecting. So I'll say connection, as I said, is important, and listen. You just need to listen and understand the music. Yeah.
And I want to quote what Comfort said last party we had. You can freestyle, but don't be free of style.
Yeah.
Don't be free of style. What's that? Don't be free.
Yeah, you can freestyle. But
Well, be free with the style.
Yeah, but you need to know the style. Like you need to know what you're doing.
Oh yes, of course you need to know what you're doing.
Yeah, no, it's like in general.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
No, just to say, because going back to what you said, like people connecting with music and maybe just go random, they go carry on and everything, but then they go far from what they want to do. So whatever they forget it.
Yes.
So that's the barrier.
Oh yeah, yes, 100%. Yes. So yeah, don't be free of style. Go freestyle. But I would say what, in terms of you learning how to freestyle, is just listen to music and just let, as I said, just let the music go and just let it take over and just let your body just go with it. You can hear, this is what I say to some people as well, like there's a music can be playing. Can someone play your music?
Can we play music?
Oh yeah.
Can we? No one there?
As I said, your body is your instrument as well, so you're part of the music as
Yes,
well.
please.
So and there are different variations of how
Yeah,
you can
Spotify.
it doesn't have to be.
Just Spotify and press play.
What's the front? Okay, so here you hear do so you can use that to help you, to guide you, so that can be your foundation. You know, you always have the boom, 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 boom. You can. So you can also add extra things with it too. Go back to the foundation, which was what? So you can always go back to that as your foundation, and then you can add extra stuff on top of it. And if you feel like you're like stuck somewhere, go back to that but don't go back to the same move. But keep the, it's really like which is that. Yeah? So as I said as well, yeah, just understand the music, understand the flow of it, because that will help you and guide you in your freestyle.
And also going back to T. Okay, we have one more question before we wrap it up. Yes, this side, I'm sure.
I have a question over here as well.
Where is it? Yes. Hi.
Hi, FUMY.
Oh, your voice is so cute, isn't it?
I wanted to ask maybe more. This is
Yeah, because I can't see you, but
more of an industry-based question.
okay.
If you want to break in the industry, or even go back to the thing about how to choose the right auditions. Like, how do you find that out? Like, where are the auditions? Like, how do you break into the industry in that way? Like, I'm a dancer, I want to go into audition. Who do I contact? Where do I go? Stuff like that. 'Cause I feel like that information is not really accessible to a lot of people. So.
Okay. All right. Oh, thank you for actually asking that question. So I would say a lot of back in the days, it was more of we used to have this paper where it gives you auditions and stuff. I think it's called the stage. I think it's called the stage. They had this newspaper. You have to go somewhere and then you look at all the auditions and then you go for it. Now things have changed. There's social media and stuff. So I would say agencies. Try agencies. There are some agencies that are good. There are some like they have loads of people and you would just be waiting there for them to contact you and they might not even contact you. But I would say try agency, but make sure you're on them all the time. Like I need a job, and then they will send you to some auditions. I would say go to classes. Now it's all about connections, really, as well. Because when the teacher sees you, she's like, oh, she's very good. I'm sure she would love to. Yeah. So I would say take classes. It really did help. Well, it did help me to get my Olympics as well, because I took classes. But he came to my class, but I was there and I was present at the same time. So every time you go to classes, don't always stay at the back. This is what I'm gonna say. If you come to class, don't stay at the back, stay at the front. Be seen, be present as well, because that will get the attention of your teacher. And you never know, the teacher might be looking for some dancers and you fit in there. Some teachers might not see you when you just stuck at the back or you don't want to dance and you're just hiding there and you don't want to perform. Just go for it, just try it, yeah? So yeah, go to classes, agencies, yeah? I think that's one person on that side.
Yeah. We take the last one here. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. My name is Fergie. So, because we were talking about connections and being dancers, I really believe that everyone just assumes that we are happy, alive, human beings 24/7.
Yeah.
And again, because we were talking about connections, how we can still make a connection with the crowd or with the people in general, even on the moments when we feel disconnected with ourselves. Because I feel nowadays, sadly,
No, which is very interesting because I've been in that position as well. I felt like I'm just doing it because I have to do it, and I don't think I had that connection, and it does show. Trust me, your body will tell you, even if you're trying to hide it. What I would say is, if you feel disconnected, think of what makes you happy in the first place. That should help you to get into that happy place.
Yeah.
I will tell you, sorry, do we have time?
Huh?
Because I wanted to, there was something that did happen to me. I was going to talk about it. So, my sister, okay, so my sister at the moment, she is mentally challenged. She was not like that before. So I had to take care of her from when I was 22. And it was a quick change for me. And that moment I was like performing and doing a lot of things. And then it got to a point where my mom was not around, because my mom used to come, she goes back to Nigeria, and it was just, and all of a sudden everything was shut down. It was just me with my sister, and then I still have to like go places. I never had no one as well. And I'm sure Patience will tell you about this. That moment, I was like, how am I going to go out there and be doing when I'm going through this? Having to, all of a sudden, my life just changed. I had, it got to a point where I had to say to myself that, you know what? I'm sure my sister will be happy to see me dance, and I'm sure this is what she would love for me to do, because it was through my sister that my mom got to see me dance, and I owe it to her, and I feel like I need to do it for her, and that should be the main thing. And I think that helped me and pushed me to still continue dancing and just go for it and not think about the negative things and just think about the positive things, which is very, very, very important. Yeah, it even got to the point I had to take my sister with me to performances. And I don't even want to get into it, but yeah, she had a mental breakdown, and yeah, well, she's doing good at the moment, so.
Amen. Yes. Before completely saying thank you to Ms. FUMY, I want to say that this Thursday,
yeah.
This Thursday.
Oh yes, I'll be doing a collab with my sister. Patience.
The GOP that we spoke about. Gonna see that back in action.
Yes, it's gonna be a lot of energy.
Get ready.
Just be ready.
What time and where, please?
It's just say
I
time.
know.
Sorry. How to say everything. Sorry. So yes, it's 7 p.m. at Baystar Studios. Please come through, because after the 19th of December, unfortunately, I'm going to stop teaching at Baystar. Sorry, it should be a sad moment.
New stuff happening on the New Year's.
Oh yeah,
Keep your eyes
new stuff happening in 2025. So yeah.
Teaching at base, as in you might teach somewhere else?
No.
If you want to learn from FUMY, you have time till this 19th.
2 weeks. We've got 2 weeks.
Keep up and just go.
But I might come back hopefully in 2 years' time or 3 years and do pop-ups and stuff. But yeah, you got 2 weeks. So you got this Thursday and the Thursday after, which is going to be my last class for the year and
for now.
And for now. Let's say for now.
That's fine. Well, I will say thank you very much, FUMY.
Teaching there. I'm still a teacher though. I will always be a teacher. No matter what.
Yeah.
I still teach beginners class. I do my beginners class. Oh yeah. I'm going to kill me because it's Wednesday. as well. So you can come to mine and go to his. Yeah, Laura does it. She comes to mine and she goes to Armin straight away from there. So it's just basically from 7 to 8.
Training day, 7 to 8.
From 7 to 8, and then it's not far from base. It's like, how many minutes, Laura? 14 minutes.
Too easy.
To get to almonds, yeah. So is that pineapple? Pineapple, do you guys know where pineapple dance studio is? Yes, yes, at Convent Garden. Yeah, cool, yeah.
So Wednesday's still on?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. So if you want to train for our beginners, we want to train on Wednesdays 7 to 8.
Yeah. I actually find a lot of joy in working with beginners because it feels like having babies. Because I've got 2 kids, children, and you're like, build them up, and then you feel so proud. Yeah, I think when you have babies, you're gonna like understand the big working with beginners.
I can see myself already. Okay, gonna shut up in 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much for being here.